India has begun a nationwide campaign to offer all adults free COVID-19 vaccinations. The central government is trying to start afresh. Its vaccination drive has been criticised for logistical problems and supply shortages. Neha Punia reports.
From a centralized vaccination policy to decentralization, and now it's back to square one for India. Starting today, regional governments no longer need to procure vaccines themselves. The Indian government is taking back control and will be procuring 75% of all the vaccines that India needs. These doses will then be given to state governments who can administer them to citizens free of charge.
राज्यों की इस मांग पर हमने भी सोचा कि देशवासियों को तकलीफ ना हो, सुचारू रूप से उनका वैक्सीनेशन हो। इसके लिए 1 मई के पहले वाली, यानी 1 मई के पहले 16 जनवरी से अप्रैल अंत तक जो व्यवस्था थी, पहले वाली पुरानी व्यवस्था को फिर से लागू किया जाए।
While the government has been projecting this as free vaccines for all, that's certainly not the case. Private hospitals can still buy 25% of all the vaccines made in India directly from manufacturers and then sell these to citizens for a cost, but these prices have been kept. The change in policy comes after the devastating second wave and amid crippling shortages that have meant that the world's largest vaccine manufacturer has only been able to fully vaccinate less than 5% of all citizens. When India launched its vaccination program in January, the government was procuring vaccines for the elderly and frontline workers. But procurement was decentralized last month, which meant states could directly purchase vaccines. This pitched regional governments against each other as they fought to source vaccines that were already in short supply. Many states, including Delhi and Maharashtra, were forced to shut down vaccination centers and turn people away. What also changes from today is that all adults can simply walk into their nearest vaccination center and get a shot. They no longer need to compulsorily register on a government portal and book a slot. This move is leaving out millions of people in India who aren't digitally literate. But the bigger question is, does the Modi government directly procuring vaccines mean more shots for India and an end to the shortage problem that was plaguing the country? Well, it doesn't appear to be the case because supply lines are still limited. India is still mostly relying on 2 vaccines, the AstraZeneca shot that is being bulk produced by the Serum Institute here and a local candidate produced by Bharat Biotech, but that only makes up 10% of all shots administered in India. Both companies are still working on ramping up production. India still hasn't signed deals with Pfizer and Moderna, but talks are underway. The rollout of Sputnik V has also been patchy and is also only expected to pick up speed next month. Right now, India is administering about 3 million shots a day, but the aim is to ramp up this number to up to 10 million by the end of July. The government says it has ordered 450 million vaccine doses, but these will only be delivered between August and the end of the year. The government claims that the aim is to fully vaccinate all 900 million adults in India by the end of this year. But even with this rejigged vaccination policy, most experts agree that's an unrealistic target. Neha Punia, CNA, New Delhi.